Today's AskReddit post. Ladies, what is a dead giveaway that a guy watches too much porn when you sleep with him? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. He thinks spitting on your asshole is sufficient as a warm-up and lubricant for anal sex. Amateur. Everyone knows the best lubricant for anal sex is tears. Paper ripping noise. This made me clench WTF. When little Timmy made a date and spent the night with Jim, he said how sweet it is and great to share some time with him. He'd heard that Jim was rather new to copulation gay, but Timmy taught him what to do to while the night away, and all was well for Tim. To wit, he kneeled with hope and pride, alas, and then he felt the spit, and Timmy ducking died. He lays his phone on your chest while you're having sex and watches porn. What the duck? Guys like this will try positions that look good on camera but don't really feel good. They don't pick up signals from their partners either. Dude, why are you trying to shove me head first into the dryer? I have a curiosity to know what porn tried this. The old stepsister's hair stuck in the dryer fantasy. Porn is just getting too convoluted now. Why aren't you moaning? Maybe cause it's 3 in the afternoon and your roommate is in the next room? Just because your dick enters me doesn't mean I involuntarily start moaning. I wish that was the case for everyone. I get self-conscious when I'm in a hotel or apartment and my partner is loud. Like seriously. Shut up. These walls are thin. Dude, some girls scream like they are getting murdered. So ducking annoying when it's right in your ear. My ex almost got us kicked out of our hotel in Virginia Beach because she moaned like a porn star. Haha, I couldn't stand that. Guys that think stimulating you for like a minute is blowing your mind. Well, based on the rest of this thread, it seems like standards get set pretty low by some of the other guys. I wanna make you squirt. Proceeds to violently rub clit like he's vigorously scratching records. I just know this lotto ticket is gonna be a winner. Thanks a lot. Now my wife wants to know what's so funny. He brought a cameraman with him. Only one cameraman? I usually bring at least 2 and 1 boom operator. Sometimes there's a caterer if there was a discount. No lighting team? Weak. He prefers the authentic, amateur look. God knows the overproduced, GMO, non-local porn is ruining the art. When you ask for foreplay and he pisses on you. Are oddly specific. Oddly specific. Come on. It's obviously oddly specific. The assumption that I'm going to have Olympic gymnast level limpness. If my knees haven't gone past my ears in a while, I'm going to have to do some stretching first. My BF used to date a freaking ballerina, so guess what insanely high bar I have to reach in that department now. Upside down face. Or should I say Barry Ha. Edit. Wow, my first award, thank you. I don't get athletes who try and show off in bed. I'm a circus person. And while I am very strong and pretty flexible, I'm not looking to push the limits of human performance when I'm ducking. That shit's hard. I just want everyone to orgasm and have a snack and a nap afterward. That's a noble goal. I'm really surprised pussy slapping hasn't come up yet. My husband does this shit. I hate it. I told him I hate it, but it doesn't stop him. So ducking stupid. Edit to add, he doesn't do this all the time. And he's not slapping it hard. It doesn't hurt. It's just stupid and annoying. Jackhammering everything. No foreplay. Sessions that last hours. Jackhammering everything. I'm just imagining men going around jackhammering anything they find remotely whole like LOL. Keep that guy away from the pantry. The man has entered Dunkin' Donuts, everyone run. Treating the clitoris as if it's a doorbell. Making zero attempt at foreplay or any kind of partner stimulation. Trying to use spit as lube. Then asking, are you always this dry during sex? To which I answered with a solid nope. A little off topic in regards to men and porn sense, but on topic of bad pillow talk, I am half Hispanic but raised in the US. Don't know a lick of Spanish and a guy just moans in my ear, your English is really good. Well, I would hope so, dude, it's all I know. When he gets mad at me because he can't make me come. Yeah, cause a guy getting mad at you for not coming is totally gonna make you come. Especially when they're just jackhammering and asking every 2 seconds, are you gonna come? Bitch, no, I'm not going to. Your performance is obviously for your pleasure and not mine. Did you come? Yeah, I came. Came to the wrong house. I hooked up with a guy who immediately went a little too rough, dominating too quickly. He hooked his fingers in my mouth, threw me around harshly, and just overall didn't care. I was a little uncomfortable with how hard he was doing things. I've seen porns go slower than he did. Oh my ducking god, I hate that finger in the mouth thing. What do they think that accomplishes? Thinks choking means crushing your trachea. You better teach that man before he kills you. You'd better dump that man before he kills you. You better kill that man before he dumps you. Thinking that having a huge dick automatically makes them a sex god. Also trying crazy positions that don't even make practical sense. Thinking that ramming your cervix feels good for you, then acts shocked when you roll over and cry from the pain. Loudly crying face. Huge dicks are so unpleasant to me. I really am not a fan of being constantly booped in the cervix like it's a doorbell. Edit. Thank you for the gold. I'm glad booped in the cervix is resonating and making you all laugh, lol. Booped in the cervix lol makes the penis sound real cute. Like a cute snake that deserves a snoot boop. He hummed the intro music. I can't help but laugh. Face with hand over mouth and rosy cheeks. Crash test dummies. His idea of foreplay is you suck his dick. As a woman, I do like to give head as a turn on. I enjoy seeing my partner enjoy himself. But what I dislike is if someone holds my head down and tries to push me to do something when I'm going at a different pace. Also, I need reciprocation. It's not a one-way street. Bite down. He will love it. Cosmo. What I've learned from this thread: the bar is on the floor. Edit. Hey MA. I am famous MA. As a virgin, this thread makes me feel a lot more confident about my future performance. Here's the one bit of advice I wish someone had told me. Better to be asked to speed up than to slow down. Better to ask full stop. Talking about what kind of sex you both like before you have sex leads to better sex more quickly than waiting until issues come up or hoping someone mentions something. Asking for anal. Threesomes. Come on your face constantly. Playing the DJ decks a little too enthusiastically. Eating you out for 3 seconds like they're licking the cream out of an Oreo and expecting you to come. No foreplay. He touches her for 30 seconds. Sticks a finger in to see if she is wet. Slaps dick on clit. During sex he makes no sound. Comes. Rolls over. I can just picture what goes through a guy's head when he slaps his dick on a clit. You can fit so many sperm cells in this. Edit. I appreciate all the love and awards. Folks, go to say, there was no mistake in my sentence though. Clits are hoods as another person stated earlier, LMAO. Edit 2. I see this is gaining a lot of traction, so anyone reading this just lost the game. Clits have hoods. This checks out. This thread is depressing. Amen. It's like sexual acts done to women. Not with them. It's clearly a big problem. And yet I see. Not that I'm against porn or anything. As a common disclaimer. Jesus. I used to enjoy porn. In a woman and as a teen. I felt weird about enjoying it. The older I get, the more degrading I find it. It ruins a lot of people's expectations of sex. Never mind the impact on the porn actresses and actors and all the coercion that gets on in that community. A few years ago there was an actress who said she wouldn't shoot with male actors who had done gay porn to protect her health. Regardless of how logical that may be, she got so much harassment that she ended up killing herself. These days, I find myself being less and less in favor of porn consumption, especially professional porn. I relate to your first paragraph. I used to seek it out as an adolescent. Now I'm disgusted by it after experiencing boyfriends that would try to imitate it. I immediately could connect where they were getting their ideas from, and I always felt like I was on the defense, asserting no to all their degrading ideas. Probably most of my sexual experiences occurred because of constant pressuring. It's like they try to mold you into their own personal fantasy, regardless of what you want. Very objectifying. And because it's not really discussed, and when it is, you have a ton of people defending and supporting porn. The same toxic mentalities continue. There is not enough shame around men treating women in degrading ways in the bedroom. Instead, people say you're kink shaming and dismiss all criticism. It's ducked up, and it's abusive. I feel so bad for that actress. And there's always people saying if you don't do X act in bed, you're vanilla and boring. There is literally nothing wrong with being vanilla. Not everyone has to be into hardcore BDSM sex. I hate that there's a competition around who's more kinky, with vanilla folks being the losers and people into serious pain being the winners. Why can't we all just acknowledge we like different things and move on? Kisses like a washing machine, pushes your hair down when blowing him, wants to choke you immediately during doggy style, wants anal without lube, wants to duck you till you squirt, wants to go from pussy, ass, mouth to any of the others without washing. Edit. Thanks for awards upvotes, and I think I should have said this before, but communication is key during sex and relationships. How exactly does a washing machine kiss? Tongue going round and round manically. Is this a side loading or top loading washing machine? Side loading, unless you're lying down. Tries to use spit as lube, doesn't ask for consent before changing sex dramatically. Trying to switch to anal without asking. For example, fingers like he's impersonating a jackhammer, thinks 30 seconds of oral is enough to get you a screaming, apologizes for his perfectly normal dick size, or makes self-deprecating comments about it, or is weirded out by normal genitals on a woman, is overly critical of human characteristics like having hair, a smell, leaving a wet spot on the bed, cellulite, etc. Takes it too seriously and can't laugh at normal stuff like bodies making that weird slapping sound or a queef, keeps trying uncomfortable positions over and over, can't figure out why you don't want to do ATM or other such crossovers. Edit. Some of you guys are mad about spit as lube. There's just no excuse for using drool as lube when Walmart sells Astroglide, i.e. oldie running and flip-flops sound. BDSM things. Choking, slapping, spitting, name calling, without asking, jackhammering hard and long enough to bruise my thighs, thinking I can ride cowgirl for more than 40 minutes without taking a break, sex that lasts 4 hours without anyone coming, eating me out like a pudding cup, treating my tits like a bop it, not being able to look me in the eye, only being able to finish by jerking off, etc. 40 minutes umfo? If I can ride my boyfriend for like 2 minutes without my legs giving out, I'm proud of myself. Look, all I need is them to understand that every day can't be leg day. Loudly crying face. I had 2 experiences with guys who said they're finding it hard to come because they masturbate too much. I know what you'll say. Maybe he just wasn't that into it. But I think it's a real thing. Antidepressants can do that too. Had partners get upset with me about it in the past, which doesn't really help. Same. I thought there was something seriously wrong with me until I finally had the courage to bring it up with a therapist. She didn't seem at all surprised, so I was offended. And she was like, well, you're taking your antidepressants, right? That's normal for antidepressants. She assumed I knew it was normal and she didn't realize I was bringing it up as an issue to talk about. I felt so relieved that there wasn't something wrong with me. Assuming every girl wants to blow them and be sexually satisfied with just that. Coming on their face or breasts is stimulating enough. The woman doesn't need any pleasure, and dirty talk should include degrading names without asking if it's okay. I never understood wanting to blow your load on their face. Mainly because getting it in the eyes can't feel good. Imagine a million sperm trying to eat your eyeball. Keeps calling you stepsis. Thought this said sepsis and was wondering what kind of situation would warrant a man saying that to you in bed. Maybe it's a hospital bed. There's a certain way guys who watch a lot of porn will try to finger me, and it's so consistent that it has to be from porn. It's like 2 fingers slapping my pussy almost. It doesn't do much for me personally, and we usually move on to better things, but I've suspected for a while they got it from porn. Edit just wanted to say don't be ashamed or embarrassed if you've done this. It's no big deal. From my own experience, hooking up with girls successfully can be challenging, and personally I found it to be extremely intimidating, especially because every girl is different or has different preferences. The real solution is a lot of communication, within reason. Ask her what she likes. Ask if something feels good. Go slowly, etc. You really can just Google tips and techniques, and that's a good place to start. He brought a fluffer with him. Goes right for the butthole. Edit. Thank you for the awards, kind strangers. You gotta ease the butthole before pleasing the butthole. Everyone asks when is butthole, not how is butthole. Worst, nobody asks why is the butthole. When he changes position after every 5 humps. That's just me trying to last longer. Face with tears of joy. He comes in dressed as a plumber. It's a me, Mario. Copying the grunts and dirty talk, and the occasional slap in the face. It's one thing if this occurs naturally or the partner has already expressed an interest. But if it's the first time and they do any of this, it's clear they're acting on what they think they should do rather than from experience. Some dudes seem to not understand that the best sex involves a connection with the other person rather than putting on a show. ETA, I have no problem with people watching porn. I do too. But porn and real sex are as different as a soap opera and real life, and it feels very weird when someone doesn't seem to get that. Different as a soap opera and real life. You take that back. All my children is real. I should know. I'm my own amnesiac evil twin. I can tell because I have a goatee and I can't remember what I had for breakfast today. Asking if you squirt. Pro tip, ladies. If you can't and he's annoying about it, just pee on him and pretend. Literally tries to ram you in the ass full force thinking it's hot when in actuality all it did was take away my sitting privileges. It's not a race to the finish, dude, calm down. Go easy on my butt, it's the only one I got. Sitting privileges. Lmao. Jackhammering you till he finishes. Then asks you if you came even though he didn't even touch your clit. Guys will have the balls to jerk off in another room and then walk into the room you're in and ask if you came. He was genuinely surprised when he was told that not all girls love giving blowjobs. Be then surprised even more. Not every man enjoys getting them. I'm an example of such an extremely rare specimen. Loitering around the dryer. It's been said many times before, but apparently it's still relevant today. Learning to make love by watching porn is like learning to drive by watching NASCAR. Being critical of normal stuff, like having some cellulite, body hair, or little fat rolls in some positions. I honestly think that, for a lot of men, if they came across women who did not shave, wax, or pluck their body hair, they would think the woman is some sort of yeti or has some disorder that makes them overly hairy. Don't forget bleached assholes that don't need lube and or foreplay, and fake boobs that always stay in one place. Then they encounter boobs that are actually affected by gravity and get all confused. Or don't understand why they can't just spit on their dick and stick it in your ass without warning. Poop. Seriously, if you are someone who is really into anal sex and have a massive aversion to encountering the smell or appearance of shit, you need to reevaluate the influence that porn has had on your life. When he insists on buying lemon tree insurance. WTF am I supposed to do against the lemon stealing whores? He asked me if I could hold one leg straight up in the air so we could do it standing up like I was some sort of circus yoga master. It was one of our first times. It didn't go well. The best way to tell is when they ask for impossibly complicated positions and genuinely don't understand why you can't bend into a pretzel and take a dick in your ass like a human fleshlight. Edit to add, this is my most popular comment ever and I didn't want to go down for this in history, but here we are. These answers are awesome and relatable and hilarious. Most of the dead giveaways have already been answered emo. So, to make the men of Reddit feel better, Here are some cringy ways porn influenced me as a young woman. Cringy dirty talk, faking loud orgasms cause I thought it was normal, and sexy hard and fast tugging hand jobs. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.